Hey guys, how you guys doing today? So I wanted to go over something a little bit different today. Today I wanted to go over buying a kayak this holiday season. Everybody kind of wants to get into it. You hear people ask all the time, "Hey, where'd you get that? How'd you get started? This, and this." There are some cheap, cheap kayaks at like Costco and BJ's, Sam's Club, Dick's Sporting Goods. There's some cheap ones around. Sundolphin, to name a few. But I want to steer you away from making that purchase for your significant other or somebody in your family that likes to fish. And I want to go over why. Now, I'm not saying that those kayaks cannot work. They will work. They will get you on the water. Being comfortable inside of them while fishing is another story. And safety. Safety is probably the biggest thing. Those kayaks are not really meant to fish out of. Yes, they're called fishing kayaks. They're not very stable, I should say. If you're taking maybe one rod out and a very secluded lake or a creek, they're going to work. They're not going to paddle as good as some other ones. It's not going to be stable at all. So the chances of you kind of rocking the kayak a little bit, dropping some rods in the water, dropping some baits, possibly flipping over, are pretty high compared to some of the other ones. Don't make the mistake of buying a cheap kayak, especially for somebody in your family who just wants to get into it. Kayak fishing is really fun. There's a lot you can get out of it. There's some really great used kayaks on some certain websites. You can head over to like DelawarePaddleSports.com. They have some used kayaks for sale at times. People trying to sell and upgrade and stuff. But when you get somebody who wants to get into the sport, don't cheap out. Again, I don't want to steer you away from buying them at all. I don't want to tell you that it's a bad idea. But I just want to say, do a little bit of research about it. Do they like fishing a lot? Is this going to be their first kayak and they do like fishing? Are they going to take more than 2-3 rods? Are they going to take a couple of tackle boxes? A lot of these cheaper kayaks only have like 300, 350 pound weight ratings in them. If you're a 250 pound person and you start bringing some gear, you're getting pretty close to that weight rating, and the stability in those kayaks are not going to be very good, which is why I would persuade you to go get something better. Spend a little extra money. If you are going to go to Dick's Sporting Goods, stay away from the Sundolphin or the Elements and stuff like that. Get a Field and Stream, so to say. Those are good kayaks. Get a cheaper Wilderness Systems. Go to Bass Pro, the Ascends. They're not the greatest thing in the world, but you know what? They're good fishing kayaks. They're pretty stable for the price. They have a great price point for what they do. Again, this is probably an entry-level kayak that you're looking at and to get into fishing. So, I'm not telling you to go out and run out and buy the best and latest and greatest thing. Just don't buy one of them cheap little sit-ins that say they're a fishing kayak from BJ's or Sam's or one of them big box stores or something like that. Also, if they do fish and they get them something nice like a really nice PFD, a personal flotation device. Get them a really nice whistle. A VHS radio, in case something happens on the water, they can radio to somebody for help. Floating waterproof VHS radio would be great. A flag for the back of their kayak, some rod holders, stuff, accessories that your fishermen and your family are really going to like. All that's kind of geared towards safety. This whole video is about safety and why I wanted to talk to you about those cheaper kayaks. Like I said, the buoyancy in them.
See?
I got them kids kayak.
There you go. No, it ain't no kids kayak.
Shit.
You're a little heavy for it, but you'll get used to it.
Hypothetically here, you don't want to send your husband out who's mid-50s or late 40s, mid-50s or something like that, and one of these cheaper kayaks. He's been talking about you wanting to get into kayak fishing for a long time, and kind of bugging your ear to get one, and then you surprise him with one of these little sit inside Sundolphins from Sam's Club. Goes out his first time, flips, loses some gear. He hates it. You know, it's ruined. Like, he's never going to get on a kayak again. The whole experience, you know, he's lost some gear. It's over. I mean, you wasted your money at that point. You're going to try and sell a kayak from Sam's Club that you probably paid $400 for it, and you maybe get $100 for it, maybe $150 out of it. I know everybody can't spend that kind of money, you know, but look for a used kayak, something that somebody's already decked out for, you know, maybe $600-700. Work a deal with somebody, you know, put some extra side. If you want to go this route to surprise somebody in your family with some fishing gear or a fishing kayak, just do your research on what you're getting them. That's all I'm asking. Look at the PFD that they're buying. You know, make sure it's not some $20 PFD that you can buy at Bass Pro that's supposed to sit in a compartment of a boat. You know, make sure it can hold their weight. Get them a flag. You know, get them something that can really make them visible in the water. So while you're out shopping this holiday season, you really take a look at, you know, what you're going to buy the fishermen in your family. And like I said, I don't want to discourage you from getting this for somebody in your family, but if, let's say, they do go out and have a great time in one of these cheaper kayaks, the chances of them keeping it for a couple months or more, slim. They're going to want to upgrade immediately to something better. So make that chance the first time. And if it doesn't work out, say you go and drop $600-700 on a nice used kayak, somebody's got, you know, a depth finder on it, some rod holders, maybe it comes with a PFD for you and a paddle. All that right there is a great package for $600-700. If they don't like it, the chances of you getting a lot of your money back in a resale on like say a good used Wilderness Systems, Jackson, something like that, one of those other kayak brands, is a lot higher. Share this with your wife. Share this with your husband. You know, anybody who's looking to buy one of these cheaper kayaks, just share this with them. Let them know the dangers. Let them know how easy it is to flip those things. I know you can make modifications to them. That's fine. That's great. If you want to keep that cheaper route and make those modifications, that is fine. That's in the line of safety. You're building something to make that kayak safer. That is fine. But for the sake of your money in this holiday season, don't buy cheap. You know, look at something used. Look at some of these websites, like I mentioned, DelawarePaddlesports.com. Try to find your person in your family that perfect fishing kayak at your perfect price. Alright guys, well, thank you for looking into this video. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.